Ken here. I wanted to let you all know that I got my letter from vocational rehabilitation. I am an eligible person. Unfortunately, I fall into priority 3, which means waiting list limbo. So, I'm completely happy that I heard back from them. I'm, you know, I have to accept that, you know, they don't have the funding to help everyone. It says that while I am on the waiting list, I will be helped in the order applied uh, if they ever get the funding to help priority 3 people. So, oh well. But my mom will be swinging by in a couple days, and we will be going over my resume and trying to find me a job that won't completely break my brain. Wish me luck. Let's see here. I'm home alone for the next couple days. I'll try to do something. Maybe I'll try to get Legend of Zelda working. See if I can get an episode of that recorded. Let's see what else. My anxiety is running a little high. I can feel yeah, the confusion and the lightheadedness. I have a deficiency of physical sensation to begin with, but when I get into these states, it diminishes even more. So I can't feel much of anything. Not that I could feel much to begin with, but that's the thing. Let's see here. I got the living room reorganized the other day because I felt useless. And that's not uncommon in people with my with people with my issues. Just feel like a drain on those who care about me. I do my best to fight against it. Tend to take on large projects by myself and push myself further than I probably should. But something got done. I moved a bunch of books, a couple of recliners, a couch, swept the carpet. Fun times. Didn't hurt myself in the process, which is a definite plus. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope that these videos aren't dragging you down. Only one of us needs to be this far into depression. And I am a little better equipped to deal with it, because I've been dealing with it for 2 decades. Not that that makes it easier, just practice. Oops. Sorry, I accidentally hit the pop filter here. Um, I had started a hashtag a while back on Twitter. Um, in case anyone had any questions or comments or anything like that, it's hashtag AskKendareru. I know, real original. But, if you guys have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them, or at least try to. I mean, if it's too personal, it won't get answered, likely. But I know I've only got like what 34 subscribers now, but people like to be mentioned. That 5 minutes of fame, you know, your name comes up in a video or something, and people recognize that you exist. At least that's what it always seems like. Train of thought, come back, please. I wasn't done with it. But yeah, people like that 5 minutes of fame. I mean, and sometimes it's honestly that you're trying to connect with someone, trying to connect with your favorite YouTuber or something, and being mentioned by someone you look up to, someone you respect, or just someone in general. It gives you a feeling of being recognized. I mean, um, I've tweeted some of my favorite people in the world, and when they reply back, it feels nice. Uh, even if you're just commenting or tweeting them to say thank you, to let them know that somehow they've helped you, and you don't always expect a response, but when it happens, it's pretty wonderful. um, I watch Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and a couple others, and watching the way they interact with their communities, it's pretty nice. I mean, I rarely try to participate in those things because there are other people who need the recognition more. I mean, when you watch Marks reading your comments, it's always people who have been through dire times, and I don't know. I never feel like I've ever fallen far enough to I've hit rock bottom before, and it can be very hard to pull yourself out by yourself. But It's not impossible, it's just very difficult. And having people out there who understand, the struggle you went through and the pain you're feeling, you don't feel so alone. And there are people who have it a lot harder than me. I mean, yeah, my brain is basically my own worst enemy, but I've learned to deal with it, honestly. I get some really dark thoughts, but I just remind myself, it's just me. I mean, I, I don't mean to say that, it's just me as in I'm alone. I mean, it's just me. It's my thoughts. I mean, when I hear that little voice in the back of my head saying, you know, I can't do anything right, or I've screwed up, or I'm worthless, I know that's just the darker side of my mind. And I treat it essentially the same way I treat internet trolls. You know, the, um, whenever I see people being face at assholes on social media or whatnot, I can't help but try to psychoanalyze them. Because really, what they're doing is projecting. And I may not be a trained psychological professional, but I've spent enough time with them. And it's always interesting to think, well, why are they doing this? Why are they spewing such vitriol at other people? And you start to realize it's because they have troubles of their own, and it's the only way they can think to make themselves feel better, by tearing someone else down. That they want other people to feel the suffering that they themselves are feeling. They want someone to understand. And they may think it's funny, they may think it's just, but deep down, whether or not they want to believe it, they're hurting in some form or another. And like I said, they feel that if they have to suffer, then other people might as well suffer with them. Which is probably why I don't get much hate anymore. Because it really doesn't bother me all that much. If anything, I tend to feel sorry for those people. Which is not what they want. Well, maybe in a way, but not in the way that I feel it. I empathize. It's not easy feeling unimportant, small, to feel like, something in your life has taken a wrong turn. And, some people lash out, some people accept it. Oh, excuse me, allergies. But, one of the main things you have to remember is that when they start doing that, you can't just give in. I mean, even if, even if you just have to laugh at it. I mean, yeah, that pisses them off more. But I mean, it's sad. It's pathetic. I should know I'm pretty pathetic myself. But if you let those things get to you, then they see an opening. They see a way to make you feel their pain. And so they keep slamming away at it. And they keep beating at it, and they keep beating at it because they don't feel that you feel what they're feeling. They don't feel that you feel bad enough to equal the pain that they are in. And, everyone's pain is different. Everyone's suffering is different. It's just the way life is. But, if anything, they need to seek help. Coming from the guy who definitely needs to seek help. But yeah, don't let them get to you. Because they're just scared, hurting little people who, for one reason or another, just need something. But what do I know, right? So, I think that's enough rambling for that's enough rambling for this video. If you liked it, or maybe it helped you, please feel free to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I hope that you have a wonderful day. And until the next video, take care.